Hey Taurus, what's up? Welcome to your reading. This is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's have a look at what's going on in your love life from the 30th of June to the 6th of July 2025. It is a general love reading, may or may not resonate. If it doesn't, check out your other placements. Let's see, Taurus. Roles can be reversed anytime, okay? I could be talking to you, I could be talking about your person, okay? So choose and pick the side that you resonate most with, Taurus. So we're going to get some important messages for you, and then we're going to skip to the reading, which is going to be the beginning of the week, the middle of the week, and the end of the week. Let me just shut the curtain. Better? Okay. Let's begin. Let's have a look at what are the messages for you, Taurus, this week. All right. What I'm getting out here this week is that a lot of you Tauruses are literally, you guys were going through a very disturbing moment. A lot of you were going through a period where the opposite person was shunning you. The opposite person was making you feel isolated. The opposite person was making you constantly felt abandoned. It's like you felt like one day this person's with you, the next day they're not. Okay, you could be dealing with someone who was extremely moody, someone who communicated with you today, tomorrow they were gone. Okay, so someone who constantly kept ghosting you, and it's almost like you stayed, why? Only because you thought like things will improve, things will change. But when things didn't change, it feels like you are reaching a point now this week where you are done changing them. Okay, it says changing them. Trying to change someone never works. Accept them as they are and move on. That's what you're doing. You were done changing them. You thought that the more you invest into someone, the more you will try to change them, the more better they will get. But for a lot of you, it doesn't seem to be that way. Okay, you can never change someone. So the universe is saying, this is who they are. Accept the person the way it is and move on. Remember, it's not even telling you to stay. It's telling you move on. This is who they are. This is just exactly how this person is meant to be. Okay, so don't think you can change their ways. Don't think you can change their attitude. Don't think you can change their mind. Don't think you can change the way they are. Just do yourself a big favor and move on. So a lot of you, I feel the overall energy this week is that you're moving on. Okay, now let's start with the beginning of the week. In the beginning of the week, okay, now in the beginning of the week out here, I feel that you're coming off as very defensive and very assertive. Okay, let's see. Yeah, getting hurt. All love comes with the risk of losing it. Don't be afraid to floss, take a chance. Okay, so now in the beginning of the week, in the beginning of the week, it doesn't feel like, Taurus, that you are choosing to move towards new love. I do feel that a lot of you feel that there is a risk in new love. There is a risk where there are chances where the way you lost your past love, you will lose new love. Okay, so a lot of you are coming off as very, very guarded in terms where you're coming off as very defensive. It's like, I lost the past because I wasn't defensive enough. I wasn't filtering the kind of people that I wanted in my life. So towards the new people, you are overly defensive in a negative way. Like now you're filtering so much. Like maybe if you could allow 5 people to come in your life, now you're allowing 1 person to come into your life. Okay, or not even 1. It's like, everyone get out, everyone get out of my life. Like everyone, no one is allowed to come close to me. Okay, no one's allowed to come close to your heart. I also feel that in the beginning of the week, it's almost going to be like, even if there is someone new interested in you, because it doesn't feel like you're interested in anyone else. Even if there is someone new interested in you, okay, for some of you, I mean, it feels like you're waiting for all the signals to go green before you can move forward. You're finding a lot of faults, to be honest. Taurus, there is a very good investment around you. okay, a very good investment around you, a very good person around you, but provided this investment works in multiple ways. One, you have this opportunity, grab the opportunity with both hands, which I don't see you doing in the beginning of the week. Because again, like I said, you are afraid to floss. You need to take a chance, okay? Because all love comes with a risk, okay, of losing it. So your problem is, I can't lose love. I can't lose love, because you've already gone through a phase where you already traumatized because you lost a person, okay, in terms of like you broke up with someone or someone broke up with you, whatever, take it how it resonates. So now what's happening is that you're procrastinating. You may just be chasing superficial happiness. You may just be talking to people only for the sake of it, but on a very superficial level, okay? So yeah, it's like, it's definitely telling me your guards are up in the beginning of the week. Some of you may still be trying to kind of trying to fight for the past connection, okay, like still standing strong for the past connection. Some of you, you could still be standing strong when it comes to the past connection. Now in the middle of the week, okay, the middle of the week looks like slow baby steps. It's almost like you know what you want. Insecurities. Work on building your confidence and feeling safe in your relationships. So when it comes to the middle of the week, I feel for a lot of you, you're taking baby steps, okay? It could be you're, let me see this. Yep. It could be you're not moving at all, okay? But at least it's at a point where you know you need to leave the building, right? So you're out, you've opened the door, you've stepped out of the door, but you're still looking back. That's what I see in the middle of the week. Like you're out of the door, but still looking back at the past. Like, I'm going. Do you really want me to go? Should I be going? Because again, there are too many insecurities out here and there is too much of lack of confidence out here. It's like, I have to build again. I have to build the security again. My security is already broken. I have so many trust issues because of my past, right? So what you're choosing to do is you're choosing to cling on to someone that you can be emotionally dependent on. The most important thing you need to do in the beginning, in the middle of the week, is that you need to vent. You need to vent. You need to speak to people. You need to speak about your heartbreak. You need to speak about your heartache. You need to release negative emotions. Instead, what you're doing is you're keeping them all to yourself. And then your heart is becoming a box, right? That's what's happening in the beginning of the week and in the middle of the week. Your heart is becoming a box. It's like anyone who comes to you, right? Automatically, by default, you're giving like that unapproachable vibe, or you just don't let this person into your heart, right? So your heart is not open. You're living your life with a closed heart this week. And suppressing, okay? I feel there's too much of suppression out here, too much of suppressing of the past. If you don't release it, you're going to be like a pressure cooker one day. You know what I'm saying, right? Say you're taking up too much pain right now, okay? You're taking up too much pain right now. You're keeping it to yourself. One day in the next month, probably something small will happen and you will have an emotional outburst. And people around you are going to wonder like, what? That was like the most silliest thing you could like, have such a big reaction to. But actually the reaction wasn't to that small thing. The reaction was because it was full. Your heart was full because you didn't release it one by one at the time when you had to. Now, before we move forward, if you need a personal reading, you can email me on tarotwithnimo@gmail.com. Now, let's see what you can expect to happen by the end of the week. Now, keep in mind out here, if I'm not talking about your person, that means your person is really not making any move towards you, okay? So don't tell me, oh, we know our feelings, I want to know their feelings. If they're not making a move towards you, they're not making a move towards you, then I don't see their energies. Okay. Wow. You're reaching the end. I don't know, there's a lot of isolation and suffering in silence by the end of the week. This could be your person. Let's see. Self-neglect. You're neglecting your own needs in relationships. Practice self-care. Let's see. Yep. That is your person. So beginning of the week, middle of the week, it's all about you. End of the week, I feel some of you, there could be some kind of interaction out here between you and the person that you need to move on from. But it feels like some of you, this person out here, they're suffering in silence. There's a lot of suffering out here. There's a lot of ego out here. There's a lot of stubbornness out here. There's this energy where I am dying from within. I really want to be with you, Taurus, but I'm not going to let my ego go. Okay. Also, this person out here is constantly regretting something. Okay. They're probably even feeling guilty for what they've done to you. This person could be staying in a bad relationship, or could be staying in a connection, or could be in a situation where they're neglecting their own needs in a relationship. I'm getting a very heavy dependency out here. Like they don't have the capacity and the capability to love themselves. So they're dependent on someone else to give them that love. And it's almost like when that opposite person is also abusing them in some way, shape, or form, they're just taking what they get. It's like they're taking the bare minimum from someone. Okay, because they're dependent on that other person. Yeah, look at that, Knight of Wands in reverse. This person may come back to you, or this person may talk to you. This person may choose to interact with you. But remember, this is someone out here who is, there's a lot of heat but no fire. It's going to be like an all talk, no action kind of energy. Okay, but this week, I do feel a lot of you see their true colors this week. And you're probably going to choose to move on this week is what I'm getting. Okay, but this person out here may come back as very overconfident. They may come back as like, oh, you know what, I got Taurus wrapped around my fingers. But that's not what the truth is. Okay. Yeah. So you have someone who is very impulsive, okay, and who could come off as very avoidant. Like this person out here will talk about everything but the problem. This person will very clearly, sideline the problem or put the real problem in the back burner and talk to you about everything else. Whether you interact with them on phone calls, text, emails, or physically. Okay, I just feel that's what they're doing. But deep down, this person out here is feeling super guilty about what they've done to you.